Friday, everybody. Welcome back to Between Bells here on Cheddar. Our very own chief senior art correspondent, Cheryl McGinnis, is back here, looking amazing as always, and she's going to tell us what to look forward to at Governors Island, who is having a big art fair going on right now, Cheryl.
I love Governors Island's art fair. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's all about just doing everything against the traditional art world.
What are some of the things that you can see there?
Well, first of all, it's this art fair that's been in place for 10 years, right? And now the New York Times has called it the art fair for the 99%, which that was a big deal for them. So you could take there's a ferry that you take over, you go onto the island, and the art is shown in all of the buildings, in all of the historic buildings along the water, along the grass. And it's just an experience of seeing art as opposed to, and it's free.
Yes, that's very important.
It's free, and instead of, you know how the art fairs are. It's like the fancy fair, and you go and you spend $30 to get in, and then you walk from booth to booth to booth. This is an experience.
It's an experience.
This is an experience.
Well, who are some of the artists, Cheryl, that people can experience when they go out there?
Well, I'll tell you something. I hope that dealers and curators and gallerists are looking, because these are up-and-coming artists that are really out there, and I'm looking to pick up one particular artist, Paolo Citerio, and I love her work, and there's a lot of great art out there, and you just kind of go in and you look at it, and I'm trying to figure out, does some of it work for here? Does some of it work for other projects that I have? Yeah.
So you mentioned, of course, they're good in a lot of houses and a lot of the other places in the front lawns. Is there a common theme that you saw in a lot of the exhibits that are there, or is it just everybody's kind of putting their own stuff on things?
Right. Foreheads, the company that does this, they kind of put out a call for artists to submit work, and then they go through the work and they take the submissions, and then they kind of put it together in a loose, I feel it's very loose curatorially, which is brilliant. Because I really feel like it's the art within the space, and somehow it all comes together to be this experience. And then of course the viewer comes in and brings their understanding of art, and the artists are there to talk to you.
Which is cool.
Such
a unique experience.
Is that?
Such a unique experience.
I have can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah, tell us.
When I first started my salon, every art dealer, important art dealers, art galleries said to me, you cannot make artists talk about their work. That's horrible. They made the work speaks for itself. I said, yeah, I get you, but I'm doing it. Okay? And now every gallery has artists talking about the work and stuff. But I love that Governors Island took it one step further. We got a $2 ferry. We've got a free admission. There's bikes, kids, people, hammocks, and then the artists there talking with you, playing with you. It's like it's all come.
Cheryl, what role do you think, though, art is really playing in helping redevelop Governors Island? Because, I mean, it kind of fell off for a while, the Governors Island, but now it's making this comeback.
Art does that. It can just revive. It can revive a space in an amazing way. This space it was black windows. This was blacked out until it became the art space, and then
we came in here and just took the cheese and put it in here. Now, every time you're on, I'm always fascinated at how you look at particular art projects. So when you went to the Met recently, and you went to the Brooklyn Museum,
that's right.
We have photos of you laying on the ground and you're looking at art in completely different places. Now that this is an outside venue, is there a different way to look at art outside instead of in a museum?
I am going to be walking in between pieces. I couldn't go out before this to do a video for you guys for this because they're setting up. And so, for example, this piece, you're going to see me running. Whatever kids are there, I will be running and playing and talking to them and talking to the artists within the space. I'll be sitting on things, just sitting on the grass, enjoying the sky, all of that coming together with the art to create this amazing experience. So I know everybody rushes out on Labor Day for the last weekend of the summer. I got to get out of the city. No, you don't.
Stay here.
Stay. Go to Governors Island. It's up for a month. It's just a fabulous New York experience.
Wait, Cheryl, really quickly, because we are getting ready to transition to a new season. I mean, what are really the main art trends going into the fall?
Less bright colors.
I don't know that there's a trend, but I have to shout out Carol Walker.
Okay.
My heart, Carol Walker has put out a press release that she wanted to do a show this fall, and I'm going to look at it for Cheddar with Sakima Jenkins Gallery, who she shows with. But basically, her press release said that she can no longer be the kind of token Black woman representation of her race. And it just, when this came out a few weeks ago, just stunned everyone. And so I really want to see when an artist now takes the reins of having been marketed or whatever and does something else.
Well, I can't wait to see when you come back and show us what it looks like. That's Cheryl McGinnis, our very own art correspondent. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, guys, coming up on Between Bells, the worst modeling job in the world. This poor woman who's getting shot in the stomach with a bulletproof clothing company. We're going to talk about that right after the break.